Did you have your Ryne Sandberg rookie cards all lined up, slabbed up, and ready to go when Ryno broke out in the summer of 1984? If you did, well, you must have been a seer. Because for the rest of us, Sandberg came out of nowhere to lead his Chicago Cubs to their first ever division title and set himself on the course for the Hall of Fame. He also sent us scrambling to dredge up his rookie cards, most of which had already begun sliding towards the common bins. In case you've forgotten or you never knew, here are the Ryne Sandberg rookie cards we went spelunking for. 1982 Red Lobster Ryne Sandberg, number 23. I know. All of Ryno's rookie cards came out of 1983, except they didn't. The 1982 Cubs weren't very good, finishing at 73 to 89 and 5th place in the old National League East Division. Okay, not really all that terrible by Cub standards. Still, they were bad enough to slot a rookie as their starter at third base. That kid was Ryne Sandberg. He might have made the cut at second, but Bump Wills was there. And I'm here to tell you that if you have Bump Wills on your team, you gotta run him out there every ding-dang day. So anyway, on August 20th of that lost season, the Cubs gave away a 20-card issue to fans at Wrigley Field. Young Sandberg was in that set at number 23 because the cards were numbered by uniform. Because why not? Anyway, these cards were pretty nifty looking for the time, featuring full-bled photography that sort of made them look like bootleg Borders cards that were all the rage and outrage a few years later. Cardbacks look like a Red Lobster manager banged them out on his office typewriter. Still, it's a Ryno rookie card and horizontal debut, and not all that easy to come by in high grades. In other words, awesome. 1983 All-Star Game Program, insert, Ryne Sandberg. Sandberg wasn't an All-Star in 1983, though he did win his first Gold Glove as the Cubs moved him over to second base. His status as a starter for a Major League Baseball team got him an All-Star ballot, though, and that was enough to land him a slot in the fold-out poster thing that came in each ASG program. Anytime you find a single of Sandberg or any of the others, you can be sure they were hand-cut since the cards weren't perforated. Oh, and then there's this. If you weren't a Cubs fan and you saw this pic of young Ryno in that program, you might have struggled with his first name since he was just R. Was he Reynold? Roger? River? You had no way of knowing, except for flipping the page. 1983 Donruss Ryne Sandberg, number 277. All right, now we're getting warmed up and ready to get into the classics. Who would have thunk that a 1983 Donruss card could ever be a classic, right? But this one is, right alongside the Tony Gwynn and Wade Boggs rookie cards. And the Willie McGee and Dave Green rookie cards for that matter, and Cesar Cedeno, of course. As for the Ryno Donruss rookie card, it's a pretty good-looking affair. Certainly better than what we would have seen a couple of years earlier. Here, Sandberg is at the plate, and he's very considerately holding his left shoulder just so, affording us a great view of his Cubbies logo on his pinstriped powder blue jersey. Given that Sandberg is wearing long sleeves under his uni, and there appears to be a dude in an Oakland A's uniform behind him, maybe this is a spring training game. Or maybe it's the 1910 World Series. 1983 Fleer Ryne Sandberg, number 507. This Fleer rookie card shows Sandberg in what appears to be the exact same getup as the one he's wearing on his Donruss rookie card, which makes you wonder, was Harry Carey able to pronounce Sandberg's name right off the bat, or did it come out as Ron Santo? Oh, and it also makes you wonder if these photos were taken on the same day, maybe even in the same game. It's happened before, even across company lines, even with the exact same photo. I mean, 1982 Topps in action Rod Carew has 1982 Fleer Rod Carew egg all over his face, or vice versa. This Fleer card looks gloomier than the Donruss entry, but that could just be a pterodactyl flying across the sun, or photographic problems. At any rate, it's another must-have if you're knocking off your Sandberg collection, and the brown-gray borders present a different look than anything else going at the time. 1983 Opechee Ryne Sandberg, number 83. Topps, and by association, Opechee, also chose to show Ryno in long sleeves on his 1983 rookie card. At least they had the decency to pick a shot with the Cubs' home white pinstripes rather than the powder blue roadies. So you know, this is a different game than the ones that yielded the Donruss and Fleer cards. With some Topps design, there's not much use in actually showing the picture of the Opechee version in these types of picks, but that's not the case here. That's because the 1983 cards feature the Opechee logo prominently on the card fronts, and also shows the player position in both English and French. So Ryne Sandberg, third base, is also Ryne Sandberg, troisième but. Even though the Opechee version has creamier stock and is somewhat scarcer than the Topps cousin, prices for the two cards are about the same. Until you get all the way up into PSA 10 copies, where condition scarcity pushes the Canadian version into four-figure territory. 1983 Opechee stickers, Ryne Sandberg, number 328. This is one of those cases where it doesn't make much difference if you're looking at the tops of the Opechee card from the front. The stickers are virtually identical to each other. Turn them over though, and Opechee gives you English and French text blocks, while Topps is all in English. Either way, these are stickers, so they're not the most popular items ever, but they're still solid first-year collectibles from a legendary player. 1983 Thornapple Valley Cubs, Ryne Sandberg, number 23. At first glance, you might mistake this card for the Red Lobster issue. Closer inspection, though, reveals that the Red Lobster card was issued in 1982. Thornapple Valley waited until 1983. This one shows a cold weather Ryno taking the lead on the base paths, while the Red Lobster shows Sandberg in short sleeves fielding at third. The Red Lobster card features a facsimile autograph. This one does not. This one shows the Wrigley Field ivy, while the Red Lobster card does not. This is a Thornapple Valley card, while the Red Lobster card is a Red Lobster card. Also, Red Lobster does not sell packaged meat as far as I know, while Thornapple Valley makes a living doing such things. Otherwise, yeah, these Sandberg rookie cards are exactly the same. 1983 Topps Ryne Sandberg, number 83. This is the iconic card among iconic cards on this list. It's the one that took off when Sandberg and the Cubs took off in the summer of 1984, and it's the one that sent us on an expedition to dredge through our stacks of already forgotten 1983 cards, looking for the lost treasure that we never knew was a treasure at all. And while Sandberg took a more uneven path from Wax Packs to Cooperstown than did his fellow 1983 rookie card royalty, that would be Boggs and Gwynn, he did get there. He's every bit the legend those dudes are too, at least in some circles, Cubby Nation especially. This card will forever be a hobby favorite. 1983 Top Stickers, Ryne Sandberg, number 328. Yep, same sticker as the Opechee version except the backs, where you'll find only English on the top stickies. Which just goes to prove the old saying, we're all the same once you take our backs off, or something like that. Like our video? Then like our videos and subscribe to our channel. waxpackgods.com